Believe it or not, you get what you say. What are you saying about yourself? Yes, it's all about you. It's not in a selfish manner or disregarding feelings of others, but being aware that you create your world.
Greetings, this is Verona, the dancing reporter for Create Your World News, and we had a fabulous time at the New York City Multicultural Festival at the Jackie Robinson Park. The performers was just wonderful. There was just no words to describe it. It was from different countries, different cultures. It was just something that you can enjoy, and it was for the community, by the community. It was excellent. As Joyce Adewami says, it's a musical journey around the world. But of course for me, the dancing specialist and the dancing reporter, it was a dancing journey around the world. I told you it was wonderful. Also, Congressman Charlie Rangel received the Joshua Uzigwe African Spirit Lifetime Achievement Award. It's a handcrafted award that came from Africa, and it was especially made for him for all the work that he has done in the community and also supporting the New York City Multicultural Festival.
On behalf of the New York African Chorus Ensemble, Congressman Rangel, we want to present to you a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I am so moved, and I accept this on behalf of all the public officials, and thanking you to make it possible to know that no matter how much funding you find is available, unless you find someone with the heart, the dedication, the love and the affection, and the confidence that they can bring people together, it's just money appropriated and money wasted. Joyce, you are the inspiration for all of us. But far beyond that, there's more than a political meaning for what we're here today. To me, this is a very spiritual type of thing that we're doing today. If we can take the time and look at who's sitting around, we know that God had a whole lot of things in her mind.
And I hope to see you there next year for the 8th annual New York City Multicultural Festival. Now back to our show with Sylvia's 54th Anniversary Community Breakfast.
On the Judgment Day, won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up all the builders. I know that we could do it if we just all look ahead. The only thing we have to do is put it in our mind. Sure the thing will work out. We'll do it every time. Oh, oh, oh. Well, I won't get no man if we just let it be. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, I won't get no better. We gotta change it, girl. Just you and me. Change it, girl. Just you and me. Everybody, we are. nothing standing your way. Won't you just listen, babe? Hear what I say, every word I say. Oh. Ain't no stopping now. We on the groove, I know. Ain't no stopping us now. On the move, I know you know someone who has a negative vibe. And if you try to make it, they try to push you aside. And have nowhere to go. Ask them where they're going, said they don't know. We won't let nothing stand in our way. We're gonna put ourselves together. We're gonna polish up our act. If you ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. You got nothing standing your way. You just listen.
And you have to go with me to the bank. And the money is staying in the bank for you to go to college, not to buy designers, nothing. Okay, Mom? The other person that has been a recipient for the S.C. Davis is, hello.
Queenie.
Could you kind of say how long you've been a recipient?
About 10 years.
All right. 10 years, but she has been on the location of the building and she's self-employed. So could you give her a round of applause, please?
Amen. Praise God.
Okay. Pat is a recipient, Bishop Pat Abasali. And she does private nursing and she just came back from a vacation, all expenses paid.
By my patient.
by my patient. So we work with patients and we travel around the world and we are paid 24/7 to work with patients. So I teach my students how not to depend on Uncle Sam. Hello? We do not depend on Uncle Sam.
Yes.
We work as nurses and we get paid and we sponsor boys and girls who are less fortunate than us.
Praise God.
I am retired from nursing since 2006 and I have never lifted a penny, nothing else since 2006, but I have worked long hours. So I do get a direct payment every month into my account. I take my money and I put into S.C. Davis. So if nobody gives me anything, all the bills are paid from Bishop Pitt's retirement fund. Hello?
Praise the Lord. Praise God.
And the bank statement will speak for itself.
Oh, yeah.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Oh, come quickly. We have a mother here from Jamaica. She wrote a book. Come here quickly.
Yes.
Just in time. Do you have a book with you? Yeah. Okay. Another of my colleagues, she's an author, and this is her book. Could you tell them quickly about your book?
This is my book. I wrote, this is my life story. It's a book of survival and faith, having faith, and you can make it through whatever obstacle comes in your way. If you have faith and keep on keeping on, you will make it.
Amen.
And this book is about that, will encourage people, no matter what happened in their life, just keep the faith and believe in the God within you, and you will make it.
Give her a round of applause. Could you tell them your name?
Oh, my name, Glory Brown.
Glory Brown.
And the book is on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Okay. Now, without further ado, the police department, the 32nd Street Precinct is going close. What is that? Okay.
This is the single for the Mother's Day. Every day is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
it right. We soul to soul, back to life, huh? Back to reality. My master and my majesty. He's up with rappers living fantasies. My cash coming rapidly and yours gradually. That's why you're mad at me, Pharisee. Now homie, hear this. We move by the Holy Spirit. Jesus gave me clearance to share this. He's my guest star appearance. Matter of fact, the sky, the sun and the moon. My goons rep the triume. And if I die soon, it's alright with me. Cause I's be free, huh? Jesus is the way, the only way. If you know Jesus Christ is the only way, please put your hands in the air. And wait, move with the spirit right now. Get right, huh? Jesus is the way, the only way. The truth and the light is only through Christ. We can live this life. Get it right, 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 huh? My test. There's a testimony, my mess. There's a message for me. Sister Shorty, no sob stories, and all we do is give God glory. Homie, I'm sanctified, holy. You know me, I'm rolling with G.O.D. One, two,
hey, put your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. Put your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. Put your hands in the air, hands in the air. Wave it on. Hey, I said it's my party. I wanna go get naughty. I'm feeling nice. I'm about to holler at shorty. Girl, what's your name? What's that you play? Here you got game. Break it down and do your thing. It's all love when I'm in the vicinity. Coming up to see you will lose your memory. When I'm in the morning, you will remember me. In the final fantasy, the love and the remedy. But don't stop. Go get it. It's all good. Get on with it.
Richard is going to have a major event on Father's Day, the annual Skyscraper.
There are two raffles that are going on. The first one is going to take place on Saturday, June 16th. And this is going to be at the pre-qualifier promotional, which is going to take place at Whole Foods Harlem, located right there on 125th Street. We're doing a pre-qualifier raffle and promotional between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturday, June 16th. So that's the first chance you can have to win a bicycle. The second time will be actually on race day. One of the great elements of our event, Olympian Nelson Bales, has contacted his sponsors, Raleigh Bicycles, and they are donating, I believe, 2 bicycles to Nelson. And Nelson is bringing those bikes to the event so they could be raffled off, for the great charitable benefits of this year. So you have several chances this year to win bicycles. One on June 16th, another one on race day. And you have to be present to win. You have to be present to win.
And Richard, you understand about late hours and volunteering. So.
Oh yeah, and I just wanted to jump in and say I appreciate the work of Sadiri and of course the work of Michael, because if you take a look at the footage of the race on YouTube and other formats, people are at awe. You see the comments of the architecture that surrounds the race course. So every year you're going to see comments about how beautiful the homes are, the ongoing architecture surrounding the course. So it's just a great place to race, and my goodness, it just keeps looking better and better every year.
And as we move on to the 2020 Olympics, and there's more TV and coverage coming in based on this being the point, there's something special about this particular year and the years leading up to the Olympics. Could you give a little information about what's happening as it relates to this race? And I think the race next year as a qualifier for is it 2020 Olympics in Tokyo?
One of the best things that's happening this year is that the race has returned to the National Championship Series, which is called the USA Crit Series. It's like the equivalency to NASCAR series, where you have cyclists have to go from, and this year I think it's 12 different cities, and Harlem is stop number 4, where they have to compete for the national championship, which is well over $250,000. So this year is pretty good because they have to come to Harlem. And the winners of this series will be able to qualify to race for the Team USA in the 2020 Olympics.
How many is in what, 14 cities?
Yeah, I believe it's 12 cities this year. I believe the tour last week or this past weekend was in Oklahoma City. The week before that, they were in Athens, Georgia, and these athletes are making their way up to New York. And I believe after they leave New York, they're going to race in Pennsylvania. So it's a certain amount of teams that are out there that will be competing in Harlem, and they have to come to Harlem to compete to continue to win points towards the overall championship. So,
and they bring families
for many professional cyclists.
Richard, could you give listeners where they can contact you if they're interested in being spectators or interested in exhibiting or interested in actually being participants in this year's Father's Day Skyscraper?
They can go to our parent company website, which is www.teamunityinc.org. That's TeamunityOrg. I'm sorry, TeamunityInc.org. TeamUnityInc.org.
Say it again. Second time around. All that I
I thank you, universe, for all the goodness you're bringing my way. I receive it, I accept it, and I thank you for it, and so it is.
Every year to celebrate because this is one of the greatest communities of our city. Harlem is in our hearts, and it's a day to celebrate everything Harlem has done for New York City and everything African American has done. Hey, my girl! You know who that is? Let me get out here. Hold on. Stop that vehicle right there. Stop that vehicle right